If 97% of engineers said a bridge was going to fall down and 3% said it was going to stay up, it would be a little absurd to listen to that 3%. Then why is it that 97% of scientists believe that climate change is occurring, yet few in the community and even less in the government choose to accept this fact? Is this a problem with communication by scientists, or a problem with ignorant non-scientists advocating distorted facts?
I think there's a misunderstanding as to what scientific statements are. There's a very simple question, of course, with climate change. Is if you consider putting this amount of greenhouse gas into the atmosphere, CO2 and other gases, then does the climate react? And if so, how does it react? That's obviously a sensible question to ask. The only way you can answer that is to make measurements and to model the climate as best you can. It's the best you can do. What else can you do? You could read tea leaves, you do tarot cards, I don't know, guess. Well, you can't do anything else. So that's what we do, that's science. Now the predictions come back and they have large errors on them. I'm not sure what the current range is if we carry on. It's something like 1.7 to 4.5 degree temperature rise by 2100, I think, depending on the assumptions you make. So there's a big range of errors. But the point is, if you understand what a scientific statement is, then you can't argue with that prediction. There is nothing else you can do. Science is always preliminary. So it's not to be seen as we're not to be seen as a priesthood, which I think sometimes we are, and maybe that's a problem that we have in communicating, that, you know, I'm a scientist and I'm telling you that this is going to happen if you carry on doing that, therefore you should do this. That's not the way to do it.
Well, you know, the skeptics invoke Galileo, though. They say that there's always the chance that everyone else is wrong and I'm right. Galileo proves it.
Science is never right. The power of science is it's the only human system of thought I can think of that accepts its own fallibility. The great Jacob Bronowski in The Ascent of Man said that. He said that it's the expression of our humanity because it's the one discipline that understands its own fallibility, just like we are fallible. But that's the point. The point is that science is the best you can do at any given point. So you've got to act on it. Now the policy actions are a different matter. Therefore, I think that's where the politicians come in and the democracy comes in. But I get very frustrated, as I'm sure you do, by asking the question, when people attack the science and the modelling in order to disagree with the policy action. I think that's where the problem lies.